Welcome back everyone to another Bitcoin update. So I wanted to take a bit of a zoom out just because it is a weekend and we haven't really seen anything too crazy with the price action, and we don't really expect it for the rest of this weekend just because low volume, not as many trades, and obviously weekend, so people are probably doing better things than sitting and trading on the market, especially for crypto as well, with the stock market being closed. So I wanted to zoom out on the longer time frame. If you want to see our short-term update, it's pretty much the same thing as last video. Not literally, nothing has really changed. We have been tracking this larger degree B wave since this low of February, in A extended B and then a C wave up. Whether this was some sort of triangle pattern and something more complicated, that is also possible. Maybe a WX something, WXY pattern, WXY, maybe some sort of triangle pattern, something more complicated like that. But overall, whether it was or wasn't, it still remains the same thing. A wave up, B wave, and then this B wave could have been in a more choppy A, B, C pattern, in which we could now be in a possible C wave up for a larger B wave trend, or sorry, for a larger B wave move, which could bring us towards this upper boundary area, maybe even above it as well. But it wouldn't be surprising if we see something similar to what we did back here, where we've had this really choppy movement, complicated, and then towards the end we kind of get that rally before a larger sell-off. So it wouldn't be surprising if what we are seeing right now is very similar to what we did see. Very choppy price movement, and then maybe we could start rallying back up before we get a extended sell-off. Now, the other scenario which we have been tracking is all of this could just be a really extended fourth wave, or it's even possible too that, sorry, let me just get off of that. It's even possible too that all of this, there we go. It's even possible too that all of this could have been the B wave, and then maybe the B wave, a larger B wave, and then this B wave bottom back here, and now we could just be forming a 1-2 setup to the downside, and a 1-2, and then we get a 3-4 and a 5. But it is also possible that this orange scenario is still in play, where this could have just been an A, B, C pattern, and now we could be in a fifth wave to the downside and a 1-2, 3-4, 5 wave move down, in which from there we could see something similar to what we have seen these past two times. We could either see more of a choppy movement but trending upwards before a sell-off, or maybe even that could be the possible bear market bottom if we do get one more low. Obviously we won't really know till we get there. We just have to wait and see if we're building any divergences on the weekly time frame and stuff like that as well. But it still remains very similar to what we experienced back here, which is pretty much kind of what we expected. And we did say we could expect at least a good rally. It would be really choppy. If it was really choppy, then more than likely it would be a corrective B wave bounce, which what we've seen is super choppy. So it kind of rules out that more impulsive move, new all-time high, which we were talking about. We were saying if it was an impulsive move that brought us to new all-time highs, then we would be able to tell that very clearly. What we've seen is very choppy and very extended movements. So it kind of rules out, I mean, it's still possible, but it just really rules out the possibility of this being an impulsive all-time high move. We have, because we said we could expect a decent rally, we already have rallied 25%, whether it feels like it or not. That is that B wave choppiness that we were talking about that we can expect. And if we do get that one more high at the upper boundary, that would be 30. If we go a little bit above it, maybe to 85, that'd be 40%. That it would be exactly what we have been talking about. So I know it's super frustrating to see, but this is exactly what we expected, and it's not surprising to see this happen. If you're listening to our videos back here, you would have known that this is exactly how we expected it. Yeah, we did see a larger sell-off to 60K. We were expecting maybe within the low 70s to bottom, and then we said if we broke below that, then we will probably enter the 60s, and that's exactly what happened. And then we had that bounce in which we were tracking, well, could this just be a fourth wave bounce and we could be going lower, or could this be a larger ABC where we can get that really choppy movement? And what we've seen is the ABC in a really choppy movement. So it's not surprising to see any of this happen at all. We never broke below swing lows of 60,000, even though we got close down here, and it may have felt like we were going to, but as long as we stay above support, we don't break below swing lows, we don't form any major 5-wave move, this could be a 3-wave move. If we did something like this and then another down, then that would be a 5-wave move. That would be bearish, but it was only a 3-wave move. Same for this thing back here. It's only a 3-wave move. Even if we do get one more low, it could just be a extended 3-wave move. If we did something like that and then fell again, well, then that would be a 5-wave move down, a larger one. So that's it for the longer time frame. I mean, it's pretty much been exactly what we expected. Very choppy, and there really is no real trend, but we obviously are trending upwards in this bear flag pattern, is what some people would call it. So maybe, now that we're at this lower boundary line, maybe we do go a little below it, but we very well could test the upper boundary line, but if we do, it will be very similar to this movement that we have been experiencing. So it won't be something that we can look at and be like, oh, right here's a good opportunity. Now it's going to be an impulsive up before getting a down, before going down. It will most likely be very choppy. Something maybe like that, and then going down. So that's something that we have to look out for as well. Now in the shorter time frame, we are looking at structure, and do we get one more low to 63,000, or sorry, between like 60 to 65,000? Do we get one more low and then we can start working our way back up, or is the low already in and we're kind of just chopping around before we can possibly go higher? So if we head over to the RSI, on the 4-hour, it's still very neutral. We haven't seen any movement over the weekend. We have had a little bit of a slight pump, but I mean, it was a pump of $500, or not 500. Let's see, was it? Yeah, it was a pump of about $600 for Bitcoin, and we're already hitting overbought on the 30-minute chart. So it just kind of goes to show just how low the volume is. If you zoom out, you can see how low this volume is on the weekend compared to these movements over here. So not really too much has changed. We're still below resistance. We're still above support. We're still above our swing high, but we're below our swing low. Or sorry, we're below our swing high, but above our swing low. So we're right in the middle of everything. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see for what the market decides to do. Are we going to start heading higher from here, or are we going to get one more low and possibly try again, or is this just a larger fourth wave and we'll just break below 60,000? That's kind of what we're looking for next in those scenarios. But as of right now, we are right in the middle of everything. If we go over the liquidity, on the 30-day, we still have heavy shorts compared to longs. The only thing about the longs is we just have this small zone back here. If we were to get one more low, it would make sense for an extended B wave before heading higher to liquidate some of these shorts. That's kind of our base case right now, is either one more low for an extended B wave, or we have already bottomed in that B wave and we will start to go higher. But on the 7-day too, we do have more longs than shorts. So maybe short term, we can go and liquidate these, and then long term, we can start working our way back up. That's always possible as well. And on the heat map, we'll just go over some of the shorter time frames. I don't know, maybe over the weekend we could see a liquidation or a drop or pump to some of these levels. Obviously, it's not guaranteed. It's such low volume, I wouldn't really expect anything. If we go over the next week, this could be for our trading week coming up. Two zones, 69,000, so 70,000 basically, and this lower zone at 65,500, which would drop to that 64,000 range. So it wouldn't be super surprising if we do see one more drop. If we were to maybe get one more low, maybe break a little below the trend line, and then bounce back up into it to liquidate these longs down here, and then we come back to liquidate most of the shorts, which is in this zone, and some of them actually do extend. If we go to a larger 90-day timeline, some of them extend towards mid 70s as well, and towards that 80K range. So I mean, it wouldn't really be surprising. Obviously, our base case is we either bottomed here, and then maybe we could start working our way back towards up before getting a rejection from this trend line, or we go for one more low, get back up, and then head towards that trend line. So those are our two base cases right now. Obviously, it's not guaranteed. It can always change with news, volatility. I mean, we could always just break below, get rejected from the trend line, and then head lower as well. That's a totally possible case as well. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for this video. That's just kind of wanted to zoom out on the larger time frame, just to kind of go over some of our cases, what we really have been tracking for the last couple of months, because this has been a very long, boring zone with no clear trend. But yeah, we'll kind of have to wait and see for what price action we'll do next. So if you haven't seen our shorter time frame videos, you can check out our last video that goes in the shorter time frame of our support resistance. We're still right in the middle of all of that, so it remains valid, which is why I wanted to do this longer time frame video today. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.